today you had your first taste of deep connected breath in the chakra breathing meditation in the morning. So it's important to understand how to breathe in the sessions. So in this first demo, I will demonstrate a session, how it's usually done, how the breath is done. And Prema will support me. I have no idea what will come up for me.
There's some stuff that could come up.
Yeah. So we usually start with inhalation through the nose, exhalation through the mouth. Imagine that inhalation is a half a circle and exhalation is another half a circle. So it's not two straight lines. It's a way of the breath that moves without any break in between. So they're equal halves of the circle. Inhalation is the same length as exhalation. So we start to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, so we raise the charge gradually. If you breathe in and out through the mouth, you will raise it very quickly. In other contexts, that could be totally fine, depending on what you want to achieve in your session. But usually in the very beginning, especially with new clients, you can invite them to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Then as the session goes on, you can invite them to bring the breath in and out through the mouth. And if you hear my breathing, the throat is open. I'm not breathing through a collapsed palate. Yeah, imagine it's an open channel from your mouth all the way down to your diaphragm. The diaphragm is moving, rib cage expands, so there's movement in rib cage that's needed. If you're trying to breathe, your rib cage is frozen, you won't be able to fully breathe in. There's no space for your lungs to unfold. The rib cage needs to move to accommodate the expansion of your lungs. If your belly's super tight, you won't be able to breathe in fully. There's no space for the diaphragm to move down to. So it's important that your body as relaxed as possible. There's movement happening in your body as you breathe. And in this session, when you go into exchange with each other, you will actually support each other. It's a general session today. And it's all focused on your resonance. And resonance is all about tuning into your client. So if you think about resonance, what comes to mind? What resonates? I saw you with a handpan. The whole concept of that instrument is based on empty space inside. Yeah, so you hit a note and the empty space inside amplifies the sound. The same with string instrument, with a guitar or violin. So it's the empty space in the chamber that makes resonance possible. So you as a supporter need to have that empty space to be able to tune into your client, leaving your agenda outside of the session, leaving ideas of what you want to see happen in the session out, and to be with actuality, with what is actually happening for a client, without trying to direct it into any direction. Let your client show you what is needed to happen. You may see little things that actually giving the showing what the direction it needs to go into. So Prema will demo what this resonance is, and now I'm going to be your client from now on.
Okay. And should we start with resource?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this session, I'm going to be tuning into Giten. I'm going to be watching his breath. I'm going to be watching the way his body moves. And as I'm watching and feeling into what is happening or what's arising in this session, I'm going to be looking, seeing where can I support some further opening? Where might be that the breath isn't really flowing? Or where might it be that the movement seems like something's wanting to emerge, but it's not quite coming out? We don't know. So that's where the resonance comes in. I'm not coming in. I have no idea where this session's going to go. I don't have a plan for it. I don't have an idea for it. But it's going to be watching and tuning into what is the actual experience as we're sitting here together. I'll be working with touch. In BBTRS, we have 4 layers of touch. One is much more out, off the body, energetic out here. Yeah, more like working just intention. There's no contact. It's out here. Next layer is when we start approaching, we get closer. It's more into the energetic field of the body. Like even here, I can start to sense and feel his energetic feel. I can feel heat. I can feel tingling. I can feel it's stronger over here. It's lighter over here. You probably felt that this morning when you were doing the exercise with your partner. And then our third layer is like gentle on the body touch, just right as we start approaching. We have to be very clear with our intention as we're approaching. Soft body touch. And then, of course, the 4th level is when we go deeper into touch. And because today is more of a general session, probably not going to do, I'm not expecting to do deep work, deep touch. You'll be learning that as we go through the week and we're working with the segments of the body. But definitely a lot more here. Intention, energetic, subtle body, soft touch, working with the approach. So in BBTRS, as some of you have experienced, but many of you may have not, we also work with resource, meaning we start our sessions by finding a somatic resource, a place in the body that feels more open, more comfortable, more safe, more of how you want to be feeling. And so that's where I'll start the session. So, Giten. Hello. So I'll invite you, just as we start here, to, if you'd like you can close your eyes, whatever supports you to tune into your body. And scanning from the top of your head down, slowly moving through your body and seeing if you can find a place that's your resource for today's session. Belly, yeah. And what are the sensations there? What?
It feels warm. It feels relaxed. It feels it's kind of a pleasant solidity. Like I can relax there.
So warm, relaxed, pleasant solidity. It's a place where you can actually relax.
Yes.
Yeah, which is nice to have. A place that you can relax. Yeah, okay. Wonderful. And so what happens as you tune into that place of resource?
I feel myself more grounded on the cushion. I feel there's also some sadness that all of a sudden comes up. But it's something that is kind of like a part of being in the body right now.
Yeah, that touches me when you say that. Yeah. So if it's okay for you, I invite you, if we can just begin and you can just breathe right into this place of resource. Breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, starting this circular breath pattern. Yeah. And so you notice already with breath, because breath is movement, right away, as Giten is starting to breathe, there's movement through his neck, there's movement through his upper thoracic, his rib cage. It's three-dimensional. His rib cage is going out, it's going up and down, it's going backwards and forwards. So there's this three-dimensionality to his breath, and I'm just tuning into it right now. I'm listening to his breath. I'm sensing it through my own body. I'm obviously watching. I'm noticing. Yeah, I was just going to say, I was noticing, I was starting to sense in myself some tension in my jaw, and right then he started to open up and explore his own movements of his mouth. And tuning in with your own body as you're watching Giten breathe, what do you notice in your body? Stay very attuned to yourself and picking up what might be you're picking up from him and what's your own happening in your own body. Yeah. I'm going to actually come behind him. Yes, he's continuing to breathe. I work a lot with off-the-body touch, so I very much will use intention off the body in areas where I feel like there needs to be some support. Yeah, areas that I feel like there's some constriction or holding. But right now he's just getting warmed up. And that's one of the nice things with the titration, with BBTRS. We give time for the body to warm up, to start to feel. You start to increase this movement through his spine. Yeah. He's starting to get in touch more with his inner world, the sensations in his body. I'm just going to give some gentle, supportive touch here. Yeah. Yeah. And I did that here because there was just this spot through here that his spine wasn't quite moving in. And I'm not doing anything hard. I'm just doing a little bit of encouragement, energetic support, just this place of the body as well psychologically. You think about when we want to support somebody, we put our hands on their shoulders. This is a place of psychological support as well. So we're just starting to support the body to open. Same with his spine, bringing it down into his sacrum a little bit more. And I'm still listening to his breath. It still feels very clear and open. Yeah, just exploring that side to side movement, bringing his side body more in.